Hello everyone, today we'll review new kit from our new collaborator. As you can see, it's HPH Models company. It's Czech company which usually releases huge resin model kits. And this time we have here Lavochkin La-7. It's 32nd scale kit, it's whole resin model, and it would be quite interesting to check it. So as you can see on the top part we have two silhouettes of the aircrafts. Also it's mentioned that it's 32nd scale. On the sides there is nothing. So let's open the box. This is top opening box. And inside we find really plenty of parts, brochures, resin, even chocolate is here. What's really interesting. So let's begin one by one. So here we have special belts which were made by HW, as you can see here, and here is even a small sign of the HPH. I mean, I don't have to present them once again. You know these fabric belts, and you know they will be quite useful, especially in such a huge scale. Then we have really huge Ziploc bag, as you can see, and it packs decals, it packs CD-ROM. I guess it's there are some references on this CD-ROM. So let's open this Ziploc bag and check everything what's inside. Okay. So first we have here painting masks, which are quite typical for such product, and I think they would be useful in this kit, especially don't forget the size of the model, it should be quite big. Then we have CD with, that's the manual, it's written here, so whole manual and maybe some references are put on this CD. It's just a simple verbatim, but I mean anyway. Then we have 3 PE threads, but let's check first decal sheet. Decal sheet is quite nice, but it's pretty surprising that there are not that much stencils. I mean, you can see them here, here, and that's all. Printing quality is very nice, and as far as I can guess there are only 2 marking options included into the box. Just one decal sheet. So let's open the bag with PE threads. Yes, they're packed into the separate Ziploc bag, so they won't be damaged. Nevertheless, it's a bit, I would say, bad quality that all threads are packed into one bag. I mean, they can be scratched against each other. So each thread is made by Edward, and as you can see, quality is quite typical for Edward products. Here we have cockpit parts, which include some really obvious components such as dashboard, various handles, belts, and I think that's all. I mean, these are not belts, of course, because we saw belts, textile ones from the HGW, so we see here buckles and special carabines. Then we have special PE thread for some engine parts and some external parts as well, for example landing gear doors. Again, nice quality, quite typical for Edward. As you can see here, it's written exterior. And another one, this is landing flaps, which is obviously written here, and the quality is quite typical for landing flaps from Edward. I mean, we saw some products before, some upgrades for like Edward models, so you can guess how it will be assembled and how it will look like on the finished model. Then we have various brochures. Here you can see they advertise in their e-shop, some basic info about HPH models, some special edition engines, as you can see here, some aircrafts. Their famous Catalina, so quite interesting product range. Then, of course, chocolate. There is a small piece of chocolate in H kit from HPH. Quite nice addition, I would say. Or quite sweet, maybe. So let's begin from the fuselage parts, which are molded like this, as you can see. I would zoom it out a bit, or let's zoom it in, just to see more detailization. So as you can see, recessed panel lines are not that obvious, and maybe you would have to rescribe them in order to make it more, let's say, visible. But still there is riveting on the fuselage, and overall resin part is quite nice. As you can see, it's molded with wing roots, and it's molded with the tail part as well. On the inside we'll flip it over. Here is some structure for the tail segment, and here is some elements for the cockpit. Of course you would have to cut all this resin, but it's really surprising that we have here position pins. I mean, you don't usually see them on some plastic kits, and here on the resin kit we see special measures which will help you to assemble model easier and faster. So this is one fuselage half, and here is another one, right one. The same, approximately the same quality, cockpit detailization. As you can see here, cooling flaps are not throughout, but still should look nice because it will be closed by PE parts. Really nice. I will put it back in the box. Now let's check wings. So first we will check the bottom wing half, which is also quite nice. So there is no riveting because it wasn't present on the real aircraft. I would zoom it out for you. Now we see it properly. As you can see, panel lines are quite obvious. And what's interesting, because flaps are done separately and ailerons are also done separately, so I think you would be able to position them separately. Don't worry about the wheel wells, they would have to be cut. I think it won't be such a serious operation. And here again we have position pins as far as I can guess. Here at top wing house, they're approximately the same with bottom wing part, and as you can see it's quite nice. Front slats, as you can see, molded integrally, even though those parts were molded separately. On the inside there is nothing, just positioning pins. So to guess overall size of the model, we can do it like this. And you can see it in comparison with my hand. Then we have, whoa, okay. So we have here plenty of resin parts, which are connected with, first this is propeller blades. You can see them here, quite nice quality, and some resin flash is present here, but I think it's more to save the part from the damage than just because it was molded inaccurately. Then we have, what's this? Yes. Those are exhausts, as you can see. Also nice quality. Here is some small parts. Then we have pivot seat, which is really nice with this throughout dents, how it should be. I mean, this resin, that's why it's so perfect. Then we have air intake molded like this, so it's molded as a separate part. Then there are two landing gear legs, which are also quite nice, and I think they would be detailed with PE. Really good. More landing gear parts here. Here we have some minor parts. Here is a tail strut, landing gear one, and here is another minor part. And here we have handle and another small part. Then we have the small bag, which includes, I think this would be cockpit parts, for example, target sight, I think it's here, and something else I will show you. Those two screws. Those are not screws, of course, those are resin bases, but it's still interesting to see. So here we have them. Again, the same molding quality as you can see, and I mean it's absolutely perfect for such model. And another base, it has, I think those are iReal and something else. Here you can see them. Here we have propeller hub, and it's also quite nice. As you can see, it's molded already as a one piece, so you won't have to join anything. You just put into this propeller blades and you have part done. From the other side, of course, there is nothing. Okay, then we have some cockpit parts. As you can see, quite detailed elements with various wires and some other parts, so it should look good on the assembled model. Some parts for the flaps, and some parts, I guess this will be wheel wells, of course. Now we open the last one back. Here we have even bigger bases, which of course contain some parts such as, for example, a rudder, as you can see here. Quite nice part. Here we have, I think this will be tail planes, it should be, with separate elevators. Elevators are here, I think. And then we have, no, those were ailerons, and here we have elevators. The same molding quality, even trimmers are present with the recessed panel lines, so it's quite nice. Here we have some wheel wells parts, I mean landing gear doors, as you can see here. Then we have tail wheel, which is molded separately from the hubs. so it would be easier to paint it. Here we have hubs. Quite nice molding quality, I really like it. Another piece of hubs. Then we have two tires, but it's quite surprising that, no, I take my words back. Here we have it. I was going to say that there are no writings on the walls, but as you can see here, it's written the size of the tire and even the type of the tire, so it's pretty much realistic, and as you can see, tire pattern is also quite visible. And here we have some more parts which would be applied in the assembly model. So that's all for today. Don't forget to check full article for more photos, for more detailed photos. And as usual, I would like to recommend you to subscribe to our channel and to our Facebook group. Thank you for watching and see you soon.